Live from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. This morning it is the 2023 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletics Conference Baseball Championship Tournament for 2023. As this morning we come on the air and we bring you game number one of this tournament, which could last as late as next Tuesday, should we have a necessary second championship round game. As this morning it is Trinity Christian against Indiana South Bend. We come on the air in the bottom half of the first inning with one away, and just as we come on the air, here's a swing and a fly ball fairly deep center field back toward the fence, and that will be landing at the base of the fence for extra bases as Nick Anderson for Trinity Christian getting a one-out double here. We've already had some fireworks in this ball game this morning. For Indiana South Bend, Anthony Pohl in the top of the first inning led off with a single, and then Logan Smith hammered a 400-plus foot home run to straightaway center field, and that gave Indiana South Bend the lead they currently have as we play in the bottom of the first inning, and it is a score of 2-0 in favor of Indiana South Bend. Ali Carmody led off the bottom of the first inning with a fly out to center field, then we had Anderson's double to straightaway center field, and now here is Jordan Veltman, the catcher, due up, swinging a line drive, and that'll be into center field just to the left of second base for a base hit. So plenty of offense here in the early going of this ball game as Veldman a solid single, and runners at the corners now for the Trinity Christian Trolls. Great to have you with us. My name is Tom Westenfeld. I'll have the honor for I believe this is the 13th season calling CCAC Championship Baseball. And we start today with 4 games. We'll outline the matchups for you as we go along, as this matchup this morning, number 4, Trinity Christian against number 5, Indiana South Bend. And now it'll be Hunter Slats, the left fielder, batting here for Trinity Christian. Runners at first and third. And the first pitch here to Slats, and that'll be in there for a called strike. And it's 0-1. Peyton Carney is on the mound this morning for the Indiana South Bend Titans. Great to have you along with us. A sunny day, temperature 59 degrees. Weather kind of starting to warm up just in time for the tournament this year after a couple of miserable weather days earlier on this week. Here's the set of the next pitch. Swinging a two-hopper to third base. And glove there in a 360 spinorama from third base as that's Logan Smith at third, who whirls, throws to the plate to get the runner and to cut the run off at the plate. That'll be the second out of the inning. Smith throws to Pohl, the catcher. They combined on the 2 runs on the top of the inning, and they combine here for an out. Is Anderson out at the plate for the second out of the inning. 5-2 on the putout. Veltman going to second. Slats aboard at first on the fielder's choice, and here is Preston Moore, the first baseman. Bottom of the first inning. It is a 2-0 Indiana South Bend lead on a very pleasant morning here at Dooley Health and Care Field in downtown Joliet. All right, here's a long pause here now by Carney looking in to get the sign. And the stretch, and now here's the pitch. And that'll be in for a called strike. 0-1 to Preston Moore. He'll be followed by Michael Morales, the designated hitter. Then it'll be Anthony Capoletti at third base, batting 7th, and Angel Toscana batting 8th and at second base, followed by Tommy Schaff, the center fielder. He will be batting in the number 9 spot for the Trolls. Next pitch here, kind of an inside-out, actually kind of a golf swing. Short left field coming on, and that ball will be caught. A grab in left field. Nelson coming on and making the play. Wasn't sure whether or not it short-hopped him right away, but Josiah Nelson able to come up with it, diving and falling forward. And so a very eventful first inning on both sides of the ledger comes to an end. As in the inning, Trinity Christian threatens but do not score. No runs in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, and none left on base. And so, after 1 inning of play, it is Indiana South Bend 2, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, here we go now to the the top half of inning number 2. Indiana South Bend with a 2-0 lead. Brett Sikorsky, the shortstop, leading it off. And on the first pitch, swings, and it's a high pop-up, a mile high, short left field, backpedaling, and the catch made there by Carmody, the shortstop. And that'll be the first out of the inning here. So, one pitch and one out here in the top of the second inning, and that'll bring up Owen Benson, the center fielder. So Benson now will stand in as the first pitch looked like it was over the heart of the plate there, and it came in, though, a little bit low, so 1 ball and no strikes the count. Glad you've joined us here as we are in the top half of inning number 2. Now the next pitch hitting Benson, and so he tosses the bat away, and he will take his base at first base. So the first hit batter of the tournament, and now here's the second baseman, Devin Smith, in Indiana South Bend with a 1-out base runner here in the second inning. Top of the second inning. It is a 2-0 ball game in favor of Indiana South Bend. Another first pitch swing, and this ball will be hit towards center field. It'll drop in for a base hit, and now runners at first and second. Benson to second, Devin Smith aboard at first base. And here's Josiah Nelson, the number 9 hitter in the Indiana South Bend order. So Nelson will stand in, right-handed batter. And Indiana South Bend again threatening here in the top half of the second inning. Now it looks like we'll have a meeting at the mound for Trinity Christian. So the Trolls starter in this game, Matt Ostrowski, running into some early difficulty here to start off this tournament. Again, this is the first of 4 games in the tournament this morning on opening day. Game number 2 at 1 p.m., St. Xavier, the number 3 seed, against Olivet Nazarene, the number 6 seed. Then game number 3 will be St. Ambrose against Roosevelt University. And then the 4th game tonight will have the number 1 seeded team, the University of St. Francis, the host team for the tournament, against number 8, Calumet St. Joseph. So a long day of baseball. If you like college baseball, this is the place to be here at Dooley Health and Care Field. All right, here's Josiah Nelson now to stand in. As Ostrowski out of the stretch now, trying to work out of another mini jam here. Here's the set in the first pitch, and that'll skip back to the backstop. That'll be a wild pitch, and the runners will be able to advance, and now runners at second and third for the Titans. 1 ball and no strikes here to Josiah Nelson. So now the Titans potentially can double their lead with a base hit. And it looks like that'll be it for Ostrowski. So we'll have a very quick pitching change here as Ostrowski goes an inning and a third, and he's responsible for the runners at second and third. We'll take a break, tell you about the new pitcher after a timeout. 2-0 Indiana South Bend. The Titans threatening in the top of the second inning. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, back here at Dooley Health and Care Field, and now it looks like it'll be Jake Ostrowski coming on the pitch here for Trinity Christian, trying to get out of a jam. He has a 5-3 record with a 2.42 earned run average this season and 63 in the third innings pitched. And he is trying to keep his team close in the early going of this game. There's a swing and a foul off to the right out of play. And so that should make the count now to Josiah Nelson. A ball and a strike as we play here in the top of the second inning. So kind of a mid-batter pitching change here for Trinity Christian. Here's the next pitch, swung on and missed it, a ball down and away. And so that will make the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Already 2 runs on 3 hits for Indiana South Bend, and they are looking to pad their early lead as we play here in the top half of inning number 2. Ostrowski, right-hander, comes set. Here's the pitch, a bouncer over the left edge of the mound, gloved at shortstop on the inside part of the diamond, and the throw to first base in time for the out as a run will come in to score. So Benson, a run comes in to score on the second out of the inning. That's an RBI ground out for Josiah Nelson. On a 6-3 put out Carmody to Moore at first base. Again, that does give Nelson an RBI. On the play, Devin Smith, the third, back to the top of the order, and Anthony Pohl, who singled to start off the ball game for the Titans, who now lead it by a score of 3-0. So a ground out there, 6-3 put out. Very productive out there, and Indiana South Bend adds to their lead. Here's the first pitch, and that'll be in for a called strike. No balls and a strike to Anthony Pohl. He'll be followed by Logan Smith and then Brendan Bell if we continue on that far here in the top half of inning number 2. Here's the set now. And the pitch. And that will just miss outside for a ball to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. The starter, Matt Ostrowski, remains responsible for the runner at third base. Here's the set. And the next pitch. A little bit of a golf swing and skied into the air, right center field. That'll split the gap and roll all the way to the fence for extra bases here. This will add to the lead. This will be a 2-base hit as pulling into second base is Anthony Pohl with the RBI double. As Devin Smith comes in to score, and it's now a 4-0 Indiana South Bend lead. And the Titans all over Trinity Christian pitching here in the early stages of this game, and now here's Logan Smith. Smith homered his first time up. It was a massive blast to straightaway center field. Late in the season, I'd been speculating, calling some games in the CCAC that I had not seen throughout the season, a home run to straightaway center, and we saw that on the second at-bat of the game here this morning. Here's the set now by Jake Ostrowski in the pitch, and that'll be a curve, look like, in there, nicely done for a called strike, and it's 0-1 to Logan Smith. So 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings thus far for Indiana South Bend, and they are out quickly to a 4-0 lead. Here's the set now by Ostrowski in the delivery. That'll miss high and away, and the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And I believe that will close the book on the starter, Matt Ostrowski. Look back at second base very briefly. Now the set. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. That'll be a fastball upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Righty versus righty. Here's the set now and the delivery. It looked like it had a little bit of movement on it. Came in, down, and in. And the at-bat continues for Logan Smith. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count for Smith. Right-handed batter awaits. Here's the set and the delivery. Swung on and missed. That ball looked like it had movement as well, diving down and away in the zone, and that'll fill the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 4-0 Indiana South Bend, top of the second inning. And there's a swing and a ball hit to the right side, little soft flare, and a little bit of a hop in the air, and a nice grab there by Toscana at second base to end the inning. But Indiana South Bend adds to their lead as they pick up 2 more runs in the frame. 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits, no errors. and a runner left on base. We go bottom 2. It is 4-0 Indiana South Bend over Trinity Christian. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the bottom of the second inning. 4-0 Indiana South Bend the lead. Anthony Pohl comes in to catch again. He re-enters the game as he was, in fact, pinch run for in the last half inning. And now it'll be Michael Morales leading it off for Trinity Christian. And the Trolls offense work to do, trailing early 4-0 in this game. Righty versus lefty. And the first pitch will bounce in front of the plate for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. It'll be Morales, followed by Capoletti, and then Toscana here in the Trinity Christian second inning. Trolls the home team here in this first game of this tournament. And the 1-0. And that'll be down and in. 2 balls and no strikes here to Michael Morales. Sun-splashed morning here. Not much wind in the ballpark right now. Here comes the 2-0. Breaking ball upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. Morales, left-handed batter, stands in. Here's the stretch now by Peyton Kearney and the delivery. And that'll be ball 4, low, and that's a 4-pitch walk to start off the Trinity Christian second inning. So Kearney issues his first free pass of the game, and that'll bring to the plate Anthony Capoletti. Capoletti hitting .283 for the season. Has 4 home runs, and the right-handed batter stands in here, and the first pitch will be upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Capoletti with 28 runs batted in as well here in 2023. And right now, Kearney struggling here to find the zone. Issued a 4-pitch walk to start the inning, and now he's behind early in this at-bat. And now the 1-0 misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Capoletti, right-handed batter, steps back, 1 foot out of the box, now back in. As Kearney comes set. Morales aboard at first base. Here's the set now. And the pitch. It'll be a fastball. Caught the inner half of the plate for a called strike, and that is a much-needed strike there for Peyton Kearney. Do not want to get in the habit of falling behind hitters. Capoletti awaits. 2 balls and 1 strike. Morales a short lead at first base. Here's the set now. And the delivery. That was a curve. Looked like it had a lot of movement on it, and it was a well-executed pitch. Caught the inner half for a called strike. And so that'll square the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the second inning, 4-0 Indiana South Bend with a lead. First of 4 games here on our CCAC tournament stream. Softball starting later on today, I believe at 3 p.m. in Crown Point, Indiana. Here's the next pitch, swung on and missed, and a ball down and away. Went fishing there, and Capoletti coming up empty for the strikeout for out number 1 in the inning. So on away, and here's Angel Toscana. Toscana, a .268 hitter, has a home run, and 17 runs batted in. Righty versus righty here. And Kearney out of the stretch, kicks and deals. That came inside, caught the inside corner for the called strike. Wow. About halfway to the plate, as the ball was en route, I was thinking that might be a hit batter, and instead it winds up to be a called strike. Quite a change of fortunes there in the space of about 30 feet. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a golf swing, and it'll be pulled somehow foul to the left side, and the count goes now to no balls and 2 strikes. That pitch down and in the zone, and Toscana, again, kind of with a golf swing, and somehow he pulled the ball there. And not only, pulling it may not be the most unusual part, but how far he pulled it. It wound up near the dugout on the left side, on the third base side. Next pitch down and away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Toscana started to swing, checked it up in time. There was an appeal to the infield umpire, to the first base umpire, who said Toscana did not go around. So a ball and 2 strikes here to the Trinity Christian second baseman. Kearney looks in for the sign. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good movement there on that pitch, and Toscana not able to make contact. That'll be a strikeout for the second out of the inning. 2 away for Tommy Schaff, the center fielder. Schaff, a .295 hitter, has no home runs and 12 runs batted in. Bats here with 2 out and 1 runner on. As they try to get their first run to the Trolls, there's a breaking ball in for a called strike, and the count, no balls and a strike here to Tommy Schaff. So after a bit of a rough start in the inning, right now, Peyton Kearney seems to have been able to right the ship here a little bit and find the zone with more consistency. Next pitch, and that'll be a breaking ball down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. And just as I say, he's hitting the zone with more consistency and misses, but he didn't miss by much. It was a little bit down, a little bit inside. So 1-1 the count. And the delivery. That's a curve. Nicely placed there, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on the called strike to Tommy Schaff. Ali Carmody awaits on deck. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 9-inning games all the way through here in this tournament. Here comes the next delivery. Swung on and a humpback liner into left field that'll drop in for a base hit. And runners now at first and second base for Trinity Christian. So the Trolls trying to put together a 2-out uprising here, back to the top of the order, and here's Ali Carmody. Carmody flied to center field his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 this morning. Carmody came into the tournament hitting .273 with 1 home run and 13 runs batted in. So 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Long look in here by Kearney. Here's the set now. And the pitch. And that'll be a strike called over the outer half of the plate. 0-1 to Carmody. Nick Anderson would be next if the inning continues. Right now, Trinity Christian, an opportunity here that they'll want to let get by here. Here's the set now and the 0-1 delivery. This is a line drive right at short, caught there about maybe the height was even with the bill of the cap there for Sikorsky at short, and he made the play without a problem, and that'll end the inning and end the threat. So in the inning for Trinity Christian, no runs on a hit, no errors, 2 left on base, and after 2, it's Indiana South Bend 4, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, welcome back here as we head now to the top half of inning number 3. It is a 4-0 Indiana South Bend lead. It'll be Brendan Bell to lead it off here for the Titans and goes after the first pitch and fouls it back. So Bell behind now. No balls and 1 strike the count. It'll be Bell, Farnham, and Miller due up for Indiana South Bend here in the top of the 3rd inning. So far, everything has gone swimmingly for the Titans in this game. There's a curve in there for a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes here. Bell grounded out to third base his first time up for the first out of that inning, and he will ground to third here again and scooping it up on the long throw from Capoletti in plenty of time for the out. So 1 away in the inning as Bell has been retired now in a pair of 5-3 groundouts, and that'll bring up Caleb Farnham, the DH. So Farnham stands in. He flied to left field his first time up. And the first pitch to the left-handed hitter will miss well outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the set now in the 0-1. Hit sharply to the right side, and it'll be knocked down there at second base. And a great dive to the left side by Toscana. Smothering the ball, getting up to his knees, throwing to first base for out number 2. So a good defensive play, and that'll leave it up to Cole Miller, who will bat with 2 out and nobody on base. Miller, right-handed batter, stands in. And the first pitch. And it'll be down and in, 1 ball and no strikes the count here for Cole Miller. Brett Sikorsky will be next if the inning continues. Top of the 3rd inning, and right now Trinity Christian trying to keep Indiana South Bend off the board for the first inning of the game. They've scored in the first 2 innings of the ball game. Pop up right side, foul territory, and just out of play. Good effort there from Veldman behind the plate. Took a tumble on the warning track near the dugout as it winds up to be a strike. And the count 1-1 now for Cole Miller. Indiana South Bend with 2 runs in the first inning. The first 2 batters reaching base. Pohl singled, and then Logan Smith with the mammoth 400-foot straightaway center field home run. And then 2 more added for Indiana South Bend in inning number 2, and that's where we stand here. Here's the set now by Ostrowski, and the pitch, fastball upstairs. Two balls and 1 strike is the count. Righty versus righty here, and the delivery. Swing and a miss. Good pitch came in on the inner half. And Miller not able to make contact, and so Miller now in a 2-strike situation. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball, and that caught him on the left elbow, barely, I believe, and home plate umpire was all over that. That's a hit batter. Second hit batter of the game by Trolls pitching, and that extends the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Brett Sikorsky. Sikorsky is 0 for 1, popped out to his counterpart, Carmody, at short for the start of the 2nd inning. It was an instant start there for the Titans in the 2nd inning, but then they erupted and were able to score twice as the first pitch, a letter-high called strike, 0-1 now to Sikorsky. Sikorsky, left-handed batter, stands in. Here's the set now. And the pitch, swinging a foul back. Barely got contact on the ball there, did Sikorsky. And so the Titans shortstop now behind at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Indiana South Bend this season, 298 runs in the 44 games of the regular season for the Titans. Here's the set now. And the delivery. Swinging a foul straight back to the screen, and will hold at 0-2 to Brett Sikorsky. Indiana South Bend won their last game against Roosevelt 7-4. That was April the 28th at Roosevelt. They were scheduled to play a doubleheader the next day, but it got washed out. They played half of the first game before a deluge came and pretty much scrapped the rest of the day, and they decided not to make it up. Swinging a soft liner, caught at third base by Capoletti, and that'll end the inning. And for the first time, the Titans not able to score in an inning. As in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, a hit batter, one left on base. And we head to the bottom of the third inning. It is Indiana South Bend 4, Trinity Christian nothing. You're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back with you from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. And we move to the bottom half of inning number 3, 4-0 Indiana South Bend with a lead. And Nick Anderson will start it off now for the Trolls here. It'll be the heart of the order coming up for Trinity Christian. 2, 3, and 4 in the order. It'll be Anderson, Veldman, and Slats due up here as we play in the bottom of the third inning. Game 1 of 4 on this opening day of the tournament. And here's the stretch in the first pitch and started to swing, held up, and the ball getting away. Appeal to the infield umpire says no swing for Nick Anderson. So it is going to be 1-0 to the Trinity Christian right fielder. Anderson, who doubled in the first inning and then was later out on the bases. Here comes the set in the 1-0 pitch. Golf swing here and hit sharply to the right side. One hopping Bell at first base, scoops it up, makes the play for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for Trinity Christian. That'll bring to the plate the catcher, Jordan Veldman, who singled his first time up. So he's 1 for 1 this morning. And here's the set now. And the first pitch to Veldman, righty versus righty. And that will miss a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. To be honest, I was about to call that a called strike, but that didn't happen. And here's the set now and the next pitch. And that'll miss outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Two of the count and the delivery. Breaking ball, pulled the string, and that's in there on the outer half of the called strike. 2 balls and a strike now to the Trinity Christian catcher. And the delivery. Fastball, missed inside, did not miss hitting him by much, and the count runs now to 3-1. Hunter Slot's next, and then it'll be Preston Moore as we play here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Peyton Carney comes set now. And the 3-1. Missing inside, ball 4, and so that's a 1-out free pass for Jordan Veldman. We'll see if we have another pinch runner come into the game now. As Hunter Slot's due up for Trinity Christian. Slots this morning hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Here's the throw to first base and the runner back in. One on, one out here in the bottom of the third inning. 4-0 Indiana South Bend with a lead. Carney comes set now. And the pitch. That's a curve. Did not miss hitting him by much, and it missed inside for ball one. Wow. That was another pitch there where halfway to the plate I thought that would hit him. Carney putting on some great movement on that pitch, but did not get the call. As it's Alex Babbitt now being shown as pitching here for Indiana South Bend, coming on to start this inning. Babbitt, a right-hander, has a very similar setup to Carney. As the next pitch, a curve in there for a called strike. And it's even now, the ball and a strike. So Carney goes 2 innings, allowing 3 hits. He did not allow a run, and he walked 1 batter and struck out a pair. Oh, and somebody had an iPad down in the first row and angled it, and a very bright flash of reflective sunlight came right up here in the booth. Here's the next pitch, a curveball, in for a called strike. 1-2. Trolls have 3 hits so far in this game, but so far nothing to show for it as they trail 4-0 in the contest. Here's the next pitch, and that again comes close to hitting the batter as it misses inside. So the count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Babbitt, right-hander, comes set. And here's the 2-2. Inside out swing, and it's sprayed foul to the right side, and will continue on in the at-bat. Babbitt this season, 2-3 with a 5.36 ERA through 42 innings this season. There's a throw to first base and the runner back in safely. Babbitt allowing 48 hits, 31 runs, 25 earned, 8 walks, 41 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .277 against him. All right, Babbitt now will come to the plate here. Jam shot, hit well but playable to left field. Angling toward the line and the catch made. 4-out number 2. Nelson able to easily make the grab in left field, and that's the second out of the inning. And so now that'll bring to the plate Preston Moore. So 2 win in the inning as Moore stands in. Moore 0 for 1. He flied to left in his own right back in the first inning. Trinity Christian, they've had runners on base so far in this game, but not yet able to put a run on the board. There's a throw to first base and the runner back in safely. All right, here's the set now. And the pitch to the plate. Curve in for a called strike. And 0-1 to Moore. Michael Morales awaits on deck. Then it would be Anthony Capoletti. As we play here in the bottom of the third inning. Game 1 of our marathon tournament coverage here at Dooley Health and Care Field. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Short left field. Angling again toward the line. Drifting back. Sikorsky, the shortstop, reaches back, makes the catch while nicely keeping his balance, and that'll end the inning. So the Trolls get a runner on with a walk, but cannot do anything with that. As in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left on base after 3 complete. It is Indiana South Bend 4, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Owen Benson will start us off here as we move into the top of the fourth inning. 4-0 Indiana South Bend the lead. And Jake Ostrowski going to work here. And the first pitch looked like came in a little bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes for Benson. It was hit by a pitch and then later came around to score. Back in a 2-run second inning for Indiana South Bend. Ostrowski comes in the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count even now at a ball and a strike. Ostrowski so far an inning and 2/3. And the rest of his pitching line right now, zeros. Is not allowed to run, obviously. No strikeouts, nor has he walked a batter. And a curveball in there for a called strike. So 1-2 here to Owen Benson. Will be followed by Devin Smith and then Josiah Nelson as we play here in the top of the fourth inning. There's a swing and I believe a foul tip there. Caught behind the plate, and that'll result in a strikeout. So 1 away in the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Devin Smith. Smith with a single and a run scored. And the first pitch, foul tip. And so that'll be a strike. 0-1. I believe that ball was caught by Veldman behind the plate, but on the first pitch of the at-bat, it's really immaterial as it winds up to be a strike either way. Here comes the 0-1. That'll be a strike on the outside edge. No balls and 2 strikes to Devin Smith. 1 out, nobody on base here in the top of the fourth inning. And the pitch. That'll miss outside. So a ball and 2 strikes. Ostrowski working fairly quickly here, although he takes a little bit of a lengthier pause. Swinging a high fly ball. And that'll kind of drift into left center field. Caught there by Schaff in center field, and that'll be the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll leave it up to Josiah Nelson for Indiana South Bend. Nelson had a ground out back in the first inning, rather his first time up in the second inning. And that was a productive out as he was able to drive in a run. Swinging a fly ball fairly deep left field, drifting back, and that will be in and out of the glove there. Slats in left field. That'll be extra bases as Nelson rounds second, slides into third base. We'll see about the scoring there. That was a tough play for Slats. He went back, and might be more accurate to say it hit the edge of his glove and bounced away toward the base of the fence. But either way, Nelson winds up at third, back to the top of the order, and Anthony Pohl. So Pohl stands in as Nelson being credited with a triple. And the 5th run of the game for the Titans now, 90 feet away. Pohl is 2 for 2. He's halfway to a cycle. Has a single, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. A great game. Great start for him in this tournament. Here's the set now, and the first pitch to Pohl. And it'll be in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. That last triple by Nelson just kept carrying and carrying to deeper and deeper left center field, and Hunter Slot's not able to get to it. The next pitch that hits the batter near the left shoulder blade, and that'll extend the inning. That's the 3rd batter hit of the ball game for Trinity Christian pitching. And the 2nd of this game for Jake Ostrowski, and that will bring up Logan Smith. Smith is 1 for 2, a 2-run home run and a line out to second base. 4-0 Indiana South Bend. Titans looking to create a little 2-out magic here. Here's the set by Ostrowski and the pitch. Runner at first going. No throw to second base for, I think, fear of a double steal. And so Pohl is allowed to take second. Let's see if they brought in a pinch runner for Pohl. As a runner at second base. And now runners at second and third. The next pitch down and away. And a base hit here could really put Trinity Christian in a tough spot. 2 balls and no strikes the count here to Logan Smith. This is a dangerous hitter to have in this situation. And it is Campbell running at second base now for Anthony Pohl. The next pitch down and away. And that runs it to 3-0. Well, let's see here if Logan Smith gets a 3-0 green light. 3 balls, no strikes, the count. Here's the set and the pitch. And that'll be a strike at the letters. Smith thought he had a walk. Home plate umpire saying otherwise. And the at-bat continues at 3-1 for Logan Smith. Smith he hadn't yet tossed his bat away, but he was already on his way to first base. But was quickly summoned back. Here's the 3-1. Smith taking, curve in there for a waist-high called strike to make it 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The set and the delivery. That'll be upstairs, ball 4, that'll load him up. So the base is loaded with Titans now for Brendan Bell. So Ostrowski issues his first walk since coming on. And now he's in a tough spot here, although he can get out of it. As there's the first pitch, and that'll be in for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Bell, who started to swing, and I believe it was ruled he held up, and it was a called strike. Bell is 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts to third base, was just starting to say. Tough spot here, but the Trolls can get out of it with 1 out. They can induce an out here, and there's a called strike, and now it's 0-2, and now Ostrowski is a strike away from stranding 3 Indiana South Bend Titans. The Trolls cannot allow the Titans to score any more here, as they trail already 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the set by Ostrowski and the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ostrowski takes care of business himself there, and that'll end the inning. And in doing so, I think he keeps Trinity Christian in the ball game. No runs for the Titans, as they send 6 batters to the plate but cannot score. No runs on a hit. No errors. A walk, a hit batter, and 2 left on base, and we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And the score is Indiana South Bend 4, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go to the bottom half of inning number 4 here in downtown Joliet, Illinois. And it'll be Michael Morales to start things off here for Trinity Christian in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Trolls doing a great job there of getting out of that last half inning and keeping this game relatively close. So here's Morales, left-handed batter, walked his first time up, and the first pitch to him, a swing and a miss. That ball diving down in the zone, and Morales not able to make contact, and so he's quickly behind at 0-1. It'll be Morales, Capoletti, and Toscano up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Swung on, slicing into left center field, dropping quickly, and that will be in for a base hit. So Morales aboard for the second time this morning with now a walk and a base hit. And here's Anthony Capoletti. Capoletti 0 for 1, a swinging strikeout back in the 2nd inning. So with that hit now, the Trolls have been able to put 4 hits on the board. They've been out-hit 5-4 in this game. Here's the set now and the first pitch to Capoletti. And that'll miss inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Another pitch there that I thought might have a chance at hitting the batter. Trinity Christian pitchers have hit 3 batters so far in this game. None yet for Indiana South Bend, but there have been some close calls. There's a throw to first base, and it gets away, rolling toward the right side bullpen, but no advancement there by Michael Morales at first. Brendan Bell retrieving the ball and lobs it back in.
Go get it, Alex. Here you go.
All right, Babbitt now ready to go. And the set and the pitch. And that'll be a fastball up and in.
Go get it, Alex. Here you go.
Righty versus righty here. Capoletti stands set back in the batter's box. Back foot just inside the back line of the box. There's a swing and a miss at a ball that dove down and away in the zone. And that'll run the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Ball here, Alex. Here you go.
1 on, nobody out, bottom of 4. And it is a 4-0 lead for Indiana South Bend. Here's the set and the pitch. Curve, nicely executed pitch in for a called strike to even it up 2-2. I'm continually amazed at the pitch selection given different situations. You know, no longer is it the case where you might throw a first ball fastball or a 2-0 fastball. There's a bouncer wide of third foul, and we'll hold it 2-2. And in non-typical fastball situations, I'm amazed when pitchers are able to execute that really nice sweeping curveball that goes in for a called strike. Really speaks to the ability of the pitchers in those situations. Here's the set now, and a 2-2 offering. And that does hit the batter. Babbitt, his first hit batter of the ball game. And now runners at first and second for Trinity Christian. And Angel Toscano up.
Second baseman, number 23, Angel Toscano.
So Morales advancing to second. Capoletti aboard at first base.
Here you go. Get out somewhere.
And Toscano stands in. He was a strikeout victim back in the second inning. So he's 0 for 1. Here's the set and the first pitch. And he bunts the ball, pushes it out almost all the way to the mound, fielded there, and then a throw to third base to try to get the lead runner. Not in time from Babbitt, and everybody's safe and the bases are loaded. Morales able to beat the throw at third base. Toscano aboard, and now that'll bring up Tommy Schaff, and a great opportunity here for Trinity Christian. Trolls left 2 runners on base in the second inning, left a runner on base in the third, and have a great opportunity here. It'll be a sacrifice and a fielder's choice. And the base is loaded now for Tommy Schaff, who singled his first time up. All right, here's the set now. And the pitch. That's a curve in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Schaff had a single back in the first inning. So the base is loaded with Trolls and nobody out in the inning. A single to hit batter and a sacrifice that did not work out defensively. There's a swing and a miss. Good pitch there. Headed toward the outer part of the zone, and Schaff not able to come up and make contact, and so he's behind at 0-2. All right, Babbitt comes set now. And the 0-2. Fastball high and away, and the at-bat continues at 1-2 strikes. Oliver Carmody awaits on deck. So Trinity Christian trying to get back into this game. Here's the set now. And the pitch from Babbitt to Schaff. And that'll be a curve just up and in. I thought that had a good chance to be a called strike. As it is, the count even now, 2-2 strikes. 2-2 to Schaff. That's with the bases loaded, nobody out. These are opportunities, if you're Trinity Christian, that you do not want to let get by. And the next pitch missing inside, 3-2. No place to put the hitter here. And a bad one would force in a run. Three balls, two strikes. Here's the set. And the payoff. Swung on and pulled wide of third foul. That rolls down into the bullpen down the left field line. And we'll try it again at 3-2. Schaff steps out of the box, 1 foot out of the box, now back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball was up in the zone, had movement on it. Schaff not able to make contact, and that's out number 1 and a huge strikeout there for the first out of the inning. Now a double play will get them out of the inning. Babbitt coming up exactly with what he needed to hear. Now he, I'm sure, is thinking to try to induce a ground ball here. It's back to the top of the order, and Ali Carmody will stand in. Carmody has flied to center and lined out to shortstop, so he's 0 for 2. Double play gets you out of the inning here. Here's the first pitch. And Carmody takes a heater down low and inside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Carmody back into the batter's box. Even stance sent back toward the back part of the box. Babbitt comes set. And the delivery. Curve, low and away. Good stop behind the plate there by Pohl. And the count even now. And strike that and reverse it. 2 balls and no strikes the count. As we play here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0 Indiana South Bend the lead, but Trinity Christian threatening. Here's the set and the 2-0. Swung on and a bouncer to third base, gloved on the infield part of the turf, and they'll throw to the plate for the force out to cut the runoff at home plate. That's all they can get. But now there are 2 away as the bases will remain loaded on the fielder's choice. Logan Smith had to wait on that hop to get to it on what would be on a grass field, on a natural turf field, the infield grass, threw to the plate immediately and gets the out as Morales forced it home for the second out of the inning. 5-2 fielder's choice. Carmody aboard at first. Capoletti to third. Toscana to second. And that leaves it up now to Nick Anderson. First pitch to Anderson. Down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Anderson has a double and also has grounded down unassisted to first base. So 3 on and 2 out here for Trinity Christian. And Alex Babbitt is 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Babbitt walking on the high wire here in this inning. Here's the set now and the delivery. Swung on and missed. Thought that might have been a foul tip. But either way, it's a strike and the count even at a ball and a strike. Jordan Veldman would be next. Kind of a tense moment here early in the game. Game 1 of the 2023 CCAC baseball tournament. Here's the 1-1. Curve, swing and a miss. That ball diving down and away in the zone, and that makes it a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 to Nick Anderson. And Babbitt now 1 strike away from getting out of it. Babbitt comes set. And the pitch. Up high and a fastball. Looked like Pohl tried to frame that pitch, but the umpire didn't go for it, and the count even at 2-2. And the early drama continues. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the set. And the 2-2. Swung on a golf swing into fairly deep left field, but playable, ranging to his left side there as Nelson makes the grab, and that'll end the inning in a golden opportunity squandered by Trinity Christian there. So in the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors, 3 left on base. Trinity Christian now has left 6 on in the last 3 innings. And we head to the 5th. It's Indiana South Bend 4, Trinity Christian nothing on as you're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois, Caleb Farnham leading it off now for Indiana South Bend. Middle frame of this 9-inning ball game, and the first pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 to Farnham. It'll be Farnham, Miller, and Sikorsky due up here for the Titans. Next pitch is in for a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Farnham. Farnham 0 for 2. Flied left and then grounded out to second base on a fine defensive play at second by Toscana last time up. And now the next pitch swung on, and it'll be hit in the air, right center field, fairly deep, and that has some carry to it. Looked like it was midway off the wall. And Farnham will hold at first base. And that'll bring up Cole Miller. Well, that ball looked like it hit halfway off the wall. I kind of lost track of it. We were talking before the ball game when we came on the air, talking with our technical staff here. With the angle of the sun right now and the glare off the field, at times it can be difficult to follow the path of the ball. There's a called strike. 0-1 here to Cole Miller. Miller has grounded out and has been hit by a pitch. And here's the set now. And the 0-1. Swinging a foul to the backstop. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes for Cole Miller. Miller, right-handed batter, out of the box. And now back in. This is the number 5 seed Indiana South Bend matchup against the number 4 seed Trinity Christian Trolls. Trinity Christian 22 and 24 coming in overall. And Indiana South Bend also 2 below 500 for the overall season at 21 and 23. Swinging a ground ball directly at second. And 2 second for 1. The relay to the home plate side of the bag at first. And so no double play there. Farnham forced at second base for the first out of the inning. Miller aboard on the fielder's choice. 1-on-1 out for Brett Sikorsky. Toscana flipping to Carmody at short, who was covering the bag at second, but the throw again a little bit wide. And so 1-on-1 out for Sikorsky. And the first pitch, and this will be popped down the left field line. Long run here for third baseman and left fielder, and neither able to get to it. It lands in the bullpen, then hops down to the berm down the left field side out of play. So 0-1 to Brett Sikorsky. So Miller aboard at first base. And now the set here. We've had a defensive replacement in right field. We'll tell you about that in a moment. And the next pitch missing outside. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the 5th inning, 4-0 Indiana South Bend with a lead. All right, here's the set now. And the pitch. Swung on, skied into the air. Left center field toward the gap, but playable. Ranging over to his right Schaff able to make the catch for the out. That's the second out of the inning. 2 away. And that will leave it up to Owen Benson. So Owen Benson stands in here with a runner at first, 2 down, as we play in the top half of inning number 5. And the first pitch, and that will result in a strike, and the count, no balls and 1 strike. Benson, right-handed batter, standing in. Here's the set now, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that makes it 0-2. So Benson quickly in an 0-2 hole. As Jimmy Heinz, 5'9" junior from Homer Glen, Illinois, is now in right field for Trinity Christian. Here's the 0-2. A little bit low, and the at-bat will continue to ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Owen Benson. The set. And the pitch. Off the outside edge. Oh, the reaction from the Trinity Christian bench. They thought that they had the call there from up here in the booth, though. It looked like it was well off the outside corner of the plate. Count even now at 2-2. Here's the set of the 2-2 to Benson. Taking low and away, that'll fill it up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Devin Smith awaits on deck. He will bat next if the inning continues. Top of the 5th inning. Jake Ostrowski now has thrown 3 1/3 innings here in this game. Struck out 2 and walked a batter. Long look in for the sign now by Ostrowski. And the pitch. Strike 3 called on the inner half on a fastball that'll end the inning. So in the inning, no runs for the Titans on a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base halfway home in our opening game of the 2023 baseball tournament in the CCAC. And the score is Indiana South Bend 4, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Welcome back to Dooley Health and Care Field, as it'll be Jordan Veldman starting it off for Trinity Christian, as the Trolls trailing it by a score of 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Alex Badovit continuing on in relief, kicks and deals to start this bottom of the 5th inning, and the pitch comes in high and tight for ball 1 to Veldman. Veldman has a single and a walk here in this game. And the 1-0 fastball on the inner half, called strike to even it up at a ball and a strike. Veldman, slats, and more do up for Trinity Christian. Bottom of the 5th inning. Trolls trying to bounce back after missing a golden opportunity. They loaded the bases with nobody out in the 4th inning, as there is a hit batter. And so Veldman is aboard at first base. He is aboard for the 3rd straight time this morning with a single, of a walk, and now a hit batter. A hit by a pitch. And so a runner aboard. And here's Hunter Slots. So Slot stands in here. And again, a good start for Trinity Christian. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Slots as a fielder's choice, and he's also popped out to short left field. So he is 0 for 2 in this game. Bottom of the 5th. Trinity Christian trailing it by a score of 4-0. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Curve in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Slots taps the plate with the end of his bat, now back in ready to go. No balls and 1 strike. Throw to first base and the runner back in. We've had a plethora of hit batters in this ball game. That last hit batter in the person of Veldman, the first hit batter by Indiana South Bend pitching here today. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a foul tip at home plate. 0-2 to Hunter Slots. Approaching 11:30 a.m. here in the Central Time Zone, and so we're not far away from the noon hour. Started the ball game at 10 a.m. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Game times are all 10, 1, 4, and 7 in the tournament, although that can be pushed back. No worries about weather here today. Throw to first base and again the runner back in. But if you have rain or extra innings, can make it a late evening. We had one game, I think, last year end at 1:13 a.m. All right, Babbitt coming set now. And the delivery. Up in the zone, and that's a ground ball just wide of third foul. That was way up around eye level, and Slots got around on it, but fouled it down the left field line, and so the at-bat continues at 0-2. New set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. Trinity Christian trailing 4-0. Indiana South Bend with 2 runs each in the top of the first, and then 2 more in the top of the second inning. And that has been the extent of the scoring here. Trinity Christian has had plenty of runners on base in this game, not able to cash in. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And so that will be the first out of the inning, as Hunter Slots a strikeout victim. Slots a swinging strikeout there, and that'll leave it up to Preston Moore. Babbitt, his second punch out of the game thus far in 2 1/3 innings of work. And Moore stands in, 0 for 2, fly to left field, throw to first base, close play, but the runner back in safely. Moore fly to left field on a nice play by Nelson in left, and then he popped out to shortstop his last time up. All right, here's the set now by Alex Babbitt in the pitch. Golf swing and a pitch that was down and in and into the air to center field. Moving back a step or two, but the catch made in center for the out. Owen Benson drifting back and making the play. And so that is out number 2. And that brings to the plate Michael Morales. Morales stands in. He is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single today. First pitch from Babbitt. Right-hander kicks and fires. That'll be a curve, high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Anthony Capoletti would be next. Babbitt trying to strand that runner at first base. And the next pitch. Swinging a foul, line to the third base side. Trinity Christian left 2 on in the first inning. 2 more in the second. On a runner left on in the third, then they left the bases loaded in the fourth. Throw to first and the runner back in. All right, here's the set. And the pitch. Fastball missing outside. So 2 balls and no strikes to Michael Morales. Morales, left-handed batter, stands back into the batter's box. Here's the set. And the pitch. Curve. And Morales able to make contact, but he pulls it foul up the first base side. Ooh, good grab there on a sharply hit grounder in the first base coach's box. So now, on the board, the count is 1 2 strikes, 2 away in the inning. Here's the set now and the delivery. Runner going. Pitch misses the outside corner. Throw to second base. Tag applied, but too late. So a stolen base. And Trinity Christian again with a runner in scoring position. That, by the way, is Grand again running at second base now for Veldman. So the count now is 2-2. And the pitch. Strike 3 call, and that ends the threat right there. Well, Morales, a little bit of a word for the umpire as he was walking away. Didn't like the call. The ball caught the outer half of the plate. And Morales is out on strikes to end the inning. And again, the Trolls lead a runner in scoring position. No runs in the inning. No hits, no errors, a hit batter, 1 left on base. And we head to the 6th, and it stays Indiana South Bend 4, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We move to the top of the 6th inning. Here in Joliet, Illinois, it is a 4-0 Indiana South Bend lead. Devin Smith starting it off for the Titans, goes after the first pitch and fouls it back out of play just to our left. So no balls and 1 strike here to Devin Smith. It'll be Smith, Josiah Nelson, and then Anthony Poldu up here for the Titans in the top of the 6th inning. Titans with 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings. And they have made that hold up as they've been able to keep the Trolls at bay. There's a pitch that comes in over and low, however, to make the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Veldman again back in catching to start this inning for Trinity Christian. There's a strike on the outer half of the plate. Looked like it was up and away, but caught the upper corner of the zone. And so the count goes to 1-2 to Devin Smith. Smith a single, a run scored, and a flyout in this game this morning. And here's the set now and the delivery. And it'll be over but low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smith singled the 2nd inning. Scored a run later on. That was the 4th run of the game. The last run of the game scored by the Titans to this point. Here comes the 2-2. Swinging a ball hit to the right side. Down the line. That'll be a fair ball. Maybe a foot inside the line. It'll roll into the right field corner beyond the bullpen. And Smith rounding first. Heading to second. Rounding second there. Here's the relay from well out in right field. And not in time. And a leadoff triple for Devin Smith, who did not pull up around second. He kept racing around the bag there, had no intention of holding up, and he gets 3 bases out of it. So Devin Smith with the triple, and now here's Josiah Nelson. Well, since falling behind by 4, the Trolls have been able to keep the Titans off the board, getting out of some interesting situations in their own right, but right now they're in danger of having their opponent extend the lead. Nelson has a ground out and a triple. Has an RBI in this game. There's the first pitch down and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Ironically, the RBI was not on the triple, it was on the ground out back in the 2nd inning. 1-0 to Josiah Nelson. Here comes the set now. And the pitch. Nelson swinging and fouling off to the right out of play. Jake Ostrowski so far 3 2/3 innings on the mound. Has struck out 3, walked 1, has not yet given up a run. He has kept his team relatively close There's a swing and a pop foul off to the right out of play. So now 1-2 to Josiah Nelson. Devin Smith takes a short lead in foul territory at third base. Here's the 1-2. Bounce towards second. Infield was playing in, and they'll throw to the plate. Here's the tag, and they get him at the plate. A 4-2 put out as Smith is out at home on a bouncer right to Descana. He knew immediately what to do there as the infield was playing in, and they get the runner at the plate for the out. Josiah Nelson reaches on the fielder's choice, and now Anthony Pohl will bat. That is a huge out there for Trinity Christian. As we've been saying, they need to stay in touch, need to stay where they are right now. First pitch here to Pohl. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, both teams have let scoring opportunities get away here in this game. Although, again, Indiana South been able to cash in early in the game. Throw the first and the runner back in. Titans were ahead 2 batters into the tournament. Pohl has a single, a double, and also has been hit by a pitch. He also has an RBI. There's a swing and a foul, grounding to the right side toward the dugout. So 1-1 the count here. Pohl had the single in advance of the 2-run home run by Logan Smith back in the first inning. And before everybody was settled in, Indiana South Bend had an early 2-0 lead. All right, Ostrowski comes set now. And the pitch. Breaking ball in, called strike. Good pitch there, and that runs it now to 1-2. Nelson takes his lead at first base. Here's the set. Long pause. Now the delivery. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was outside of the zone. And that is, in fact, a strike. A little bit of confusion there, but Pohl is out on the strikeout. As on the play, Nelson able to steal second base. He was going, Pohl swinging and missing. And so that is the second out of the inning. And now here's the ever-dangerous Logan Smith. Smith homered in the first, since has lined out and walked. That home run in the first inning, we've talked about it just before we were able to come out in the air, and a shot to center field. There's a check swing foul ball at home plate. 0-1 to Logan Smith. Every year in advance of the tournament, I always wonder how many home runs will be hit. And we had one right away in this tournament here in 2023. Ostrowski now comes set, and the pitch. In the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, we say in the dirt as a manner of speaking. This is an all-turf field with the areas that would be on a natural grass surface where the dirt cutouts would be. The turf is painted a dirt-colored brown. So in the dirt is literally, quite literally, into the turf. There's a swing and a foul tip. 1-2 now to Logan Smith. But just say in the dirt because in the turf sounds a little bit strange. Like earlier on in a grounder that was fielded on a chopper at third base on what would be the infield grass. And I don't know, that just sounds more like baseball. Swinging a high fly ball right field. Drifting in a bit was Heinz. Then he drifts back and it'll land at the bottom of the fence for an RBI double here. Heinz took a step in, and that was all that was needed. He was beyond the point of no return, and that ball sailing to the fence. Josiah Nelson scoring. It's now a 5-0 Indiana South Bend lead on the RBI double by Logan Smith, who is having himself a game. He's halfway to a cycle with 3 RBIs and a run scored, and now here's Brendan Bell. Smith, his third RBI of the game on the extra base hit. Here's Bell, who's 0 for 3. Struck out swinging last time up. Also has a pair of ground outs to third base. First pitch to him. Inside out swing, a soft liner caught on the edge of right field there, on the edge of what would be the outfield grass, as Toscana makes another fine play, his second of the game, and that'll end the inning. But in the inning, Indiana South Bend adds to their advantage. They score a run in the frame, 1 run in the inning. And it looks like the one hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go bottom 6, and it is Indiana South Bend 5, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Low. Alex, here you go. Just for guy. Come on. Look at him, Alex, here you go.
And we're back and ready to go here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Anthony Capoletti leading it off. The first pitch bouncing around home plate for ball 1, swinging at the second pitch in a high fly ball. Left center field. And moving back a few steps, reaching up on the catch made by Benson in center for the first out of the inning here in the Trinity Christian 6th. So 1 away, and here's Angel Toscana. It's a 4-0 Indiana South Bend lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Toscana stands in 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He also has a sacrifice here this morning. And the first pitch coming in, and that'll be over but low. 1 ball, no strikes to Toscana, who looked like he thought to start to swing and held it up. Alex Babbitt continuing on the mound. He's now thrown 3 1/3 innings in this game. Swinging a 2-hopper to first base, knocked down there by Bell. Throws to the pitcher covering, and that'll be out number 2. Good play there by Bell. Knocked the ball down but didn't panic. Had plenty of time and threw to first base, and now here's Tommy Schaff, the center fielder. Schaff stands in 1 for 2. Has a single and a strikeout. And right now, Alex Babbitt trying to make short work of Trinity Christian here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the set now by Babbitt. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball that looked like was around shoulder level. 0-1 to Schaff. Babbitt now comes set. The 0-1. Look out. Had to duck out of the way of that one. And the count even to the ball on a strike. I talked earlier on in the game about how pitchers are able to get that sweeping curveball over for called strikes. That one didn't seem to break, and it nearly hit Schaff in the helmet there. He was able to duck out of the way of the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the set now. And the delivery. Fastball in for a called strike to make it 1-2. And Alex Babbitt is a strike away from a snappy 1-2-3 inning. And the delivery. Swinging a high fly ball. More like a pop-up, short center field. Players everywhere converging on it. And the catch made by Sikorsky, the shortstop, and that'll end the inning. I thought that ball had more carry when it came off the bat. But it is a very quick 1-2-3 inning here for Trinity Christian. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. First inning of the game where they've not left a batter on. We head to the 7th. It is Indiana South Bend 4, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the top of the 7th inning, starting to head to the late innings of this ball game here at Dooley Health and Care Field in downtown Joliet, Illinois. Caleb Farnham will lead it off now for Indiana South Bend. And the first pitch will miss for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. The next pitch, that'll be over but low. And so the count 2-0 here. Farnham, Miller, and Sikorsky do up for Indiana South Bend here in the 7th inning. Jake Ostrowski remaining on the mound, and there's a swing and a soft liner, 1-hopper, caught at short, then knocked down, and it'll be Farnham able to reach base for the second time in this game. Had a single last time up. A little soft liner. Carmody at short put his glove out, face first, and tried to glove it below his waist in that manner, and he couldn't hold on to it. And so a runner aboard at first base, I'm going to guess, I don't see it officially posted yet, I'm going to guess that'll be scored an error on Carmody. And that will be scored an E6 on the at-bat for Farnham. So here's Cole Miller now. Miller has a ground out. He's been hit by a pitch and also a fielder's choice. And the first pitch in for a strike, and so the count, no balls and a strike here. Brief meeting between Titan coach and the home plate umpire. Now we'll have a pinch runner coming into the game for Indiana South Bend. Did not see the number of the player coming out onto the field. And it'll be McHenry now running at first base for the Titans. So McHenry stands in. And there's a swing and a high pop-up right side of the infield on the edge of the outfield. Backing up there, the second baseman, and the catch made by Toscana for the out. So one away with a runner at first. And Brett Sikorsky now will stand in. Sikorsky has an 0-for-3 game here today so far. Flied to center his last time up. Also has popped down and lined out. So 1-on-1 out of the inning. First pitch to Sikorsky in. Knee-high called strike, and it's 0-1. Owen Benson would be next if the inning continues. It is Jake McHenry, who is a junior listed as a pitcher on the roster running at first base for the Titans. Swinging a foul ball to the left side out of play. 0-2 now to Brett Sikorsky. 5-0, Indiana South Bend the lead. I may have said 4-0 at the end of the last half inning. Heading to the break, it is 5-0 Indiana South Bend. Titans adding to their lead with a run in the 6th inning as we play here in the top of the 7th. There's a wave and a miss. And that'll be a strikeout, and that'll be out number 2 in the inning. And here's Owen Benson. Yeah, for some reason, my mind may have been stuck on the 4-0 score, but the Titans do lead at 5-0. Here's Benson now, who has been hit by a pitch and then a pair of swinging strikeouts as well. Ostrowski now has 5 strikeouts since coming on in relief for Trinity Christian. First pitch here, swinging a pop-up down the right field line toward the bullpen, and that'll land out of play. And so 0-1 to Owen Benson. Benson was hit by a pitch back in the second inning, later came around to score. And since then, swinging strikeouts in the 4th and 5th innings. 5-0 ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the set now by Ostrowski. And the pitch. Breaking ball in for a called strike. And quickly now, Benson behind at 0-2. Ostrowski is trying to work around the error that started the inning. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Ali Carmody at short being charged with the error. All right, Ostrowski now comes set. And the pitch. Swung on and line fouled on the right field side. And we'll hold it 2 strikes. Game number 2 next, slated for a 1 p.m. start. St. Xavier, the number 3 seed against the number 6 seed. And defending champions, Olivet Nazarene. Then game 3 at 4, St. Ambrose against Roosevelt. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up, right side foul territory. And a near mini collision there between runner and first baseman as Moore able to make the catch for the out, and that'll end the inning. So Ostrowski does in fact work around the error that started the inning. As for Indiana South Bend, no runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left on base. Stretch time here in Joliet. We go bottom 7. It is Indiana South Bend 5, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning here at Dooley Health and Care Field. And the top of the order due up now for Trinity Christian as they trail 5-0 in this game. Ali Carmody now will lead it off for the Trolls. In the first pitch, a curve in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Carmody. Carmody, Anderson, and actually that'll be Heinz up next, I believe, for Trinity Christian in the number 2 spot in the order. As the count now 1 ball and 1 strike to Ali Carmody, who has flied to center, lined to short. As the next pitch in for a called strike to make it 1-2. In addition, for Carmody, he hit into a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning. 5-0 Indiana South Bend. There's a swing and a ball at eye level, fouled back off to the right. And so kind of back end to the right on the foul ball. Either way, it remains a 2-strike situation here, 1-2 to Ali Carmody. Alex Babbitt, 4 innings of work so far, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Had thrown 54 pitches coming into the inning. Sharp grounder knocked down behind the bag at third. Long throw across the diamond. And in time for the out on a fine play all around. Logan Smith able to knock it down on a sharply hit ball that had some velocity to it. But Smith able to knock it down, recover, and throw to first for the out. A number of fine defensive plays in this game. That was the latest example. And now here's Nick Anderson. who will stay batting in this spot. Not sure if he re-entered the game earlier on, as Jimmy Heinz now is, in fact, being shown on our live stats feed as the batter. So Heinz will bat for the first time in this game. Right-handed batter, wide stance, dramatically angled to the left side. Then he moves his front foot forward as he takes the pitch inside for ball one. So Heinz stands in here. And the next pitch, down and away to even it up now, a ball and a strike. And it is now Anderson back in, so he does re-enter the game. And he does bat. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Jammed him, pulled foul wide of third. And so the at-bat continues here. On the board, it is 1-1. And here's the set now. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And so a two-strike situation now for Nick Anderson. Anderson has a double. He has grounded out to first unassisted and also flied to left field. Here's the set and the delivery. Started to swing. And the home plate umpire said he went around. It was a drop third strike. Anderson is not at all pleased with that call. Has some words for the umpire as he heads back as Pohl applies the tag. That's the second out of the inning. So two away, and Jordan Veldman now will stand in. Veldman has a single, a walk, and has also been hit by a pitch. An interesting day for him so far. And the first pitch in for a call and strike at 0-1. Hunter Slots would be next. Here in the top of the seventh inning. There's a breaking ball in for a call and strike, and that makes it 0-2. And right now, Alex Babbitt working in another 1-2-3 inning. He's retired 8 straight. Pop foul right side out of play, and will hold it 0-2. The last batter to reach base was Veldman when he was hit by a pitch back in the 5th inning. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of 7, 5-0 Indiana South Bend. The pitch, jam shot, popped up. Looks like short center field, drifting back. Sikorsky, the shortstop, right behind the bag at second, makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So, in the frame, no runs for Trinity Christian. No hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after 7. It is Indiana South Bend 5. Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go now to the top half of inning number 8 here in our opening game of the 2023 CCAC Baseball Championship Tournament. Great to have you along with us from Joliet, Illinois. And it'll be 8, 9, and 1 in the order coming up now for Indiana South Bend. So Devin Smith will start it off here for the Titans, who lead at 5-0. First pitch of the inning. Swing and a miss by the left-handed hitting Smith, and so he's behind at 0-1. Smith, Nelson, and Pohl do up here for the Titans. Here's the set now in the 0-1. That'll miss outside. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Indiana South Bend. There's a breaking ball missing. No runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for Trinity Christian. 2-1 the count now to Devin Smith. And the pitch. Missing high and away, 3-1. The winner of this game will move on to play in the 1 o'clock game tomorrow here in Joliet. The loser will head to Palos Heights for a game tomorrow morning. There's a ball outside, low and away for a walk to lead off the inning for Devin Smith. And that'll bring to the plate Josiah Nelson. Yeah, we are employing 2 venues for tomorrow's games. We'll have 4 games going on simultaneously. Actually, 2 sets of 2 games going on simultaneously. So Smith aboard with a walk at first base, takes a short lead. And there's a bunt attempt, push up the first base line that'll roll foul about almost 2/3 of the way, maybe more to the bag. And so 0-1 here as Josiah Nelson stands in. This spot in the order, an adventurous day, a ground out, an RBI ground out, a triple, and then a fielder's choice. Nelson officially 1 for 3 with that RBI. And here's the 0-1. Squares the bat, pushes the bunt almost to the mound here. Gloved it right in front of the mound, and Ostrowski wheels and throws to second to get the lead runner for the force play. So Smith forced out for the first out of the inning. And Nelson aboard on the fielder's choice. 1 on, 1 out, back to the top of the order. And here's Anthony Pohl. Yeah, 2 venues tomorrow. Then after tomorrow's games, we'll have the rest of the tournament played here in Joliet. Throw to first base, and they get him. So a pickoff there of Nelson at first base. That's out number 2. First picked off runner of the tournament. And now suddenly 2 out and nobody on base for Anthony Pohl. Here's the set and the pitch. And jammed him, swing and a miss. Top of the 8th inning, 5-0 Indiana South Bend. No balls, 1 strike the count. And the delivery. In the dirt, or into the turf, if you will, that skips away from home plate, and the count even at 1-1. Pohl officially 2 for 3 with an RBI. Had a great start to his day. A single and then a double and an RBI in his first 2 plate appearances. There's a swing and a fly ball into center field, moving back into his right ball with carry all the way out toward near the edge of the warning track, but it's hauled in there by Schaff in center field, and that'll end the inning. So a long out closes out the frame as no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and none left on base. We go bottom 8. It's Indiana South Bend 5, Trinity Christian nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Joliet. And for Trinity Christian, Hunter Slats will lead it off here now to start off the frame for the Trolls, who trail Indiana South Bend by a 5-0 count. And the first pitch to Slats is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Slats is 0 for 3. Struck out swinging his last time up. Alex Babbitt, who's been great on the mound in relief for the Titans, deals here, and a ground ball just over the left edge of the mound out to shortstop. Sikorsky fires to first base after gobbling it up, and the first out of the inning is in the books on a 6-3 putout. One away, and that'll bring up Preston Moore. So now 5 1/3. Actually 5 1/3 now. As the first pitch here looked like it came in a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes to Preston Moore. Moore flied to center his last time up. And the next pitch, a sweeping curve in for a called strike, and it's 1-1. So now 5 1/3 innings in the books. And that pitch just now was the 71st, and now this next pitch comes in. Moore is 0 for 3 in this ball game. Here's the set now. And the delivery. Swung on in a soft liner into left field for a base hit. Logan Smith moving to his left. A little bit of a good effort there. Actually, more than a little bit. A very good effort there by Smith. Kind of hopped into the air but could not reel it in. And so it's a 1-out single for Preston Moore. And a 1-out base runner for the Trolls. So here's Michael Morales now. Morales, a walk, a single, and he was also caught looking. Short lead at first base here. And the first pitch will miss outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, right now, I would think for Trinity Christian, they need to keep base runners on base, keep the line moving. They need to create some traffic on the bases. So, throw to first base, I would have suspected a steal might not be in order here. Although I've been proven wrong in the past with my so-called analysis. 1 ball, no strikes the count here. Righty versus lefty in the pitch. Curve. Close call, but a little bit low. Might have been a tad outside. Either way, the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Babbitt quickly back on the rubber now. Here's the set and the pitch. High chopper. Back into the right of the mound. Over the shoulder grab made there by Babbitt, who lobs it to first base for the out. That was not an easy play there for Babbitt coming off the incline of the mound. His back was to the plate, but he made a nice play to get the out. Preston Moore goes to second on the play and 2 away in the inning. And now here's Anthony Capoletti. Well, in that situation there with a 5-run lead, Babbitt will gladly trade the base for the out there. Plus, that was his only play at first base. Capoletti flied to center his last time out. Also, a struck out swinging and has been hit by a pitch. First pitch here, Capoletti takes for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Angel Toscano would be next. Runner at second, 2 away. Bottom of the 8th inning. 5-0 Indiana South Bend the lead. Here's the set now and the pitch. Swung on, hit well, but high in the air. Short left field, not as well as I thought, and it'll drop in for a base hit. This will end the shutout. Runner coming in to score from second base. It'll be a sliding double here. A bloop double there for Capoletti to drive in a run to make it a 5-1 game. Well, I thought that ball had more carry when it came off the bat, but it kind of died out there and then came back down and landed between 3 players. Preston Moore coming around to score to end the shutout. It's a 5-1 game. And Angel Toscano to bat now. Well, you look back in this game, and Trinity Christian, I'm sure they will regret that 4th inning when they loaded the bases with nobody out and could not cash in. Might be a different ball game. There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, left field. Moving back, and the catch made in left by Nelson, and that'll end the inning. But Trinity Christian gets on the board. They pick up a run in the frame on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the 9th, and it is Indiana South Bend 5 and Trinity Christian 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the 9th inning. 5-1 Indiana South Bend the lead. Heart of the order for the Titans on the way now, as Logan Smith will lead it off. And the first pitch here, and that'll be curve, looked like came in a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. It'll be Smith, Bell, and Farnham due up now for the Titans. Smith in this game 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Hits this one sharply, and it'll be by the third baseman down the left field line toward the corner. Smith rounding first, heading for second, and that'll be a stand-up double and yet another extra base hit, the third of the game for Logan Smith. Making an early bid for all tournament honors here. That's 8 total bases in this game now for Logan Smith, and Brendan Bell a chance to get the run back here in the top of the 9th inning. Bell lined to second base his last time up. Great effort there by Capelletti at third just now, just not able to get to it. Ball got there too quickly. Here's the first pitch, and it'll be in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Bell lined to second last time up, also has a pair of groundouts to third and a swinging strikeout, so he is 0 for 4. He's due here. Bell, right-handed batter, awaits, and the pitch. Low and away. Evens the count up now. 1 ball and 1 strike. 5-1 Indiana South Bend. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning. Schaff, Carmody, and Anderson due up for the Trolls. First, they need to get out of this inning without any further damage. Trailing at 5-1. Here's the stretch in the pitch. Curve. Looked like might have been a little bit high. It's a 2-1 count to Brendan Bell. Bell, right-handed batter. Stands in. Jake Ostrowski, now 6+ innings of work in this game. There's a strike called on the outer half on what looked like to be a little bit of an off-speed offering there, a little bit of a changeup, and the count even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the set. And the pitch. Curve, strike 3 called on the outside edge. Great pitch there from Ostrowski, and that's the first out of the inning. And Bell, a rough day. 0 for 5. And that'll bring to the plate Caleb Farnham. So Farnham now will bat. Runner at second, 1 away in the inning. First pitch here from Jake Ostrowski. A wave and a miss, and it's 0-1. Ostrowski now with 6 strikeouts. It's gone now officially, it looks like 7 innings. Allowing an earned run and 6 strikeouts. He's walked a pair. And the pitch. Missing down and away to even it up in 1-1. Top of the 9th inning, 1 on, 1 out. 5-1 Indiana South Bend with a lead. Here's the set. Look back at second, now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That makes it a ball and 2 strikes. Not a bad pace to this game. Right now at about 2 hours and 10 minutes. First pitch, I believe, was at 10:02 a.m. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball down and away to square it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Farnham steps back in the box, now back in his stance. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and a ball down and away. Farnham going after that one, and it results in a strikeout for out number 2. 2 away, that'll leave it up to Cole Miller. Miller popped a second last time up. He is 0 for 3, also has been hit by a pitch. Runner at second, 2 away in the inning. Very quiet right now here at Dooley Health and Care Field. There's a bunt popped into the air that'll land foul. In fact, it had enough air under it, it carried back to the backstop, so the count 0-1. Brett Sikorsky would be next. Game number 2 today at 1 p.m. St. Xavier against Olivet Nazarene. Longtime rivals on the CCAC will go at it again in game number 2 here at Dooley Health and Care Field. Here comes the 0-1. And it'll be fouled off to the right into the seats. No balls and 2 strikes the count here. Righty versus righty. Top of 9, 5-1, Indiana South Bend with a lead. They have led ever since they scored 2 batters into the game and have not trailed. And a turn and a throw to second base. Tag applied there by Toscana at second, but not in time. Logan Smith able to get back in. He has had a banner day today. Logan Smith. 2 doubles, a home run, 2 RBIs. There's actually 3 RBIs. There's a ball low and away. 1-2 now to Cole Miller. Runner at second, 2 away in the inning. Here's the set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Good inning there for Ostrowski, getting around the first at bat, the leadoff double here in the 9th inning. And he winds up striking out the side. So in the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left on base. We go bottom 9. Last chance for Trinity Christian. They trail 5-1 to Indiana South Bend. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Bottom of the 9th inning, Tommy Schaap will lead it off here. Alex Babbitt remaining on the mound, was just thinking before we came back on the air. Both relievers currently in the game, Babbitt for Indiana South Bend and Jake Ostrowski for Trinity Christian, have done excellent work in relief here in this game. There's a bunt that's popped into the backstop. 0-1 now to Tommy Schaap. Again, it is Schaap, Carmody, and Anderson due up here in this inning. Schaap behind 0-1. Schaap is 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout, and a pop-out. That pop-out was to Sikorsky at short back in the 6th inning. Here's the set now by Babbitt in the delivery. Breaking ball in for a called strike. And that makes it now no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the set. The 0-2. In the air to right field. Moving back a few steps. Ball with a little bit of carry to it, but Miller able to haul it in right field for the out. 1 away in the inning. Indiana South Bend 2 outs away from moving on to the what amounts to a winner's bracket semifinal game tomorrow. That would be at 1 o'clock. It would be against the winner of tonight's game, St. Francis against Calumet St. Joseph. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. As Carmody, top of the order here, and he swings and is quickly retired for the 2nd out of the inning. Carmody came to the plate 0 for 4. And here he lines out the shortstop, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Full disclosure there, I was looking in my bracket, heard the bat hit the ball, looked up, and the out had already been recorded. That ball got out to Sikorsky and a hurley. Pop up here, short right field. Right fielder coming on, second baseman going out. A diving attempt there by Miller in right field, not able to come up with it. And the game continues as a bloop single here to extend the game for Nick Anderson and Trinity Christian. So the Trolls still alive. Always got to get that 27th out. And now Jordan Veldman due up. Veldman popped out to shortstop last time up. Also as a single, a walk, and a hit by a pitch. Here's the set now by Babbitt and the pitch. And that'll be down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Babbitt trying to finish this ball game off. As he has thrown 6 2/3 innings in relief work. And the next pitch hits the batter. So Veldman has been hit for the 2nd time in this game. And now runners at 1st and 2nd for Trinity Christian. 1 more base runner, and the tying run would come to the plate for the Trolls. Here's Hunter Slots now. Slots grounded out to shortstop last time up. He is 0 for 4 in the game today. Babbitt, before the hit batter just now, the previous batter, Anderson, reaching on the bloop single. That was the 4th hit he has allowed in this game in 6 2/3 innings of work. So here we go now. Righty versus righty. Babbitt comes set in the delivery. Reaching out there in a swing that looked like it was off the end of the bat. Pop up into short right center field. Backing up, calling for it there. Devin Smith makes the catch, and that'll end the ball game. And we have our first winner here in the 2023 CCAC baseball tournament. In that inning for Trinity Christian, no runs on a hit. A hit batter, no errors, 2 left on base. Final totals in this ball game for the Titans of Indiana South Bend as they win it 5-1. For the Titans, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Trinity Christian, a run on 7 hits and 2 errors. And at the time of this ball game, checking in right around, let's see, a very well-paced 2-hour and 19-minute ball game. So that'll conclude our first broadcast of the day. We're back with you at the top of the hour at 1 p.m. It'll be game number 2 today between St. Xavier and Olivet Nazarene. Thanks to Dave Laquetta on stats. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast as Trinity Christian Indiana South Bend advances. They will play tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. here in Joliet against either St. Francis or Calumet St. Joseph. And Trinity Christian, they will play tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. And that'll be against the loser of the 4th game tonight, either St. Francis or Calumet St. Joseph. So again, the final, Indiana South Bend 5 and Trinity Christian 1. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Hope you'll join us again at the top of the hour. Either way, until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you so much for being with us. And for now, from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois, we wish you all a very pleasant good afternoon.